Hey, there's a new book out called Uncommon Thread, and it's the story of a stay-at-home mom and how she became one of the first CEOs in the country. Mary Ella Gabler, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Take us back to the 1970s. You were a stay-at-home mom, and you wanted to start a company, or what?
Well, I had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I just needed to do something else.
Right.
And that was at a time when we all sort of had home sewing machines.
Right.
And thought, oh, we can make whatever.
Right.
And found these cute little pillows and started selling pillows that we were making, and that's how it started.
So for those of us who can't remember the 1970s, there was no internet, there was no Twitter, there was no Facebook. How did you sell the pillows without the internet?
It was all done by personal relationships. It was working directly with the people that were selling our pillows, and then Neiman Marcus was in our backyard. So that is really the person or the company that got us in business.
So you knocked on Neiman Marcus's door and said, would you like these pillows?
Not quite. I knew the merchandise manager, and he came to the house for dinner and saw the pillows.
That's not
that
a bad
I was
connection.
making, and
What happened to the merchandise manager after that?
he still had a job.
Okay, good. All right, fair enough. So you got to the merchandise manager through his stomach.
You might say that.
Okay,
yes.
good. Fair enough. You started then, the company was called Peacock Alley.
Correct.
Right. And what happened to Peacock Alley after that?
Well, in the 70s, we did really well in the business. We were dealing with Neiman Marcus and other fine specialty stores, and Sally Home, the store that I'm here visiting.
Right.
And it went from boudoir pillows into bedding because we saw a void in that in that merchandise category.
There's no greater word than boudoir, by the way.
It is a lovely
That's
word.
nice.
But I want to know, how did you go from doing the little pillows to having this humongous company? I mean, did you set out to say, okay, I want to have a huge company, or I just want to sell a few pillows with Neiman Marcus? How do you do something like that?
When I started, I certainly didn't have the vision of doing the bedding business that we have today. It just morphed into products that specialty stores were needing at that time. And because I was working with more people in the bedding business or buyers in the bedding business, it just, it was the relationship. We were creating together.
How big is Peacock Alley today?
It's
big.
Bigger than.
Give us a sense. Give us a sense. You're not bragging if it's true. Give us a sense of how big it is now.
Okay. Well, we're a $20 million plus company, and
Are you private or are you public? Or?
We are private.
Private company.
Private. We import. We manufacture. And we have retail stores.
Do you have any retail stores here in St. Louis?
No.
That's a shame.
When you have a wonderful store like Sally Home, you don't need a retail store here because
you're going to be at Sally Home later today.
Between 11 and 2.
Signing your book, Uncommon Thread. And that's the story, the full story about how you started making pillows out of your home and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business.
Correct.
Where is Sally Home? And fill me in on Sally Home because I think I need to know about Sally Home.
Okay, Sally Home is on Clayton Road in Ladue.
It's 9821 Clayton Road.
Okay. And it's a wonderful store, wonderful area. She's been there for many years, and she's an extremely creative merchant.
Gotcha. Is it a one store? So it's Sally Home is a one store St. Louis store.
Yes.
I need to check it out where we can get Peacock Alley. Can we get sheets there?
Absolutely.
Now, we were having this conversation earlier.
Thread count.
Thread count. Sometimes 500 thread counts are better than 700 thread counts.
Correct. There are only so many threads that you can get within a square inch. And if it's a really fine yarn, probably 500 is maximum that you can get into a square inch. I think there just have been a lot of games played by mills where they split yarns, and actually the higher the thread count, the heavier the sheet is. So it's not a great thing. I mean,
so what do you recommend? What does Peacock Alley have?
Well, Peacock Alley is a company that supplies specialty stores with a variety from 300 thread counts to 600 thread count. But the finishes are what make it very special. Also, there are customers that love, a flat, crisp sheet, and then there are others that like a sateen finish. And you just have to have knowledge about your consumer and how they take care of
I like
the
that
sheets.
crisp sheet. I like those crisp sheets.
That's
Those are
my favorite.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Mary Ella Gabler, founder of Peacock Alley. The book is called Uncommon Thread, the story of how a stay-at-home mom built a multi-billion-dollar company. And I heard you were stalked outside by Jennifer Williams from St. Louis Closet Company.
I just met her.
I bet you she had 1,000
was-
questions for you.
It was very interesting to meet her. So.
All right, so you're at Sally Home today from 11 to 2, book signing and all that.
Correct.
Yeah, I wish you would have
I'm
brought in
looking
some.
forward.
Yeah.
I could use a
Couple of bed
blanket
sheets.
right now
Yes.
because it's freezing in here.
Do you have a website at Peacock Alley?
I do.
What's the website?
www.peacockalley.com.
Okay,
I'm at it right now.
last
It's
question
beautiful.
for you. You did this whole interview without your notes. Is there anything you want to mention to us that you forgot to mention? And you can look at your notes now real quick if you want to look at them.
No, I don't think there is.
Allison, she did a pretty good
anything
job,
in
right?
there. She did.
Right? Excellent. Okay, good. Mary, thanks for coming in. Great story. The book is Uncommon Thread today at Sally Home on Clayton Road from 11 to 2 for a book signing and a book reading. You are an inspiration to many. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you, McGraw. Thank you,
Thank
Kelly.
you.
And can you say boudoir pillow again? That was kind of sexy.
Boudoir.
A boudoir. Oh, we're going to go to the boudoir and talk with Jennifer Williams about my closet. We'll do that next. 846, Big 550.